Welcome to Macabre Miscellanea, a curated collection of digital dread. There is a particular cruelty in being replaced by something that wears your face. Not violently, that would at least be honest, quietly, politely, with a kind of easy smile you've never quite managed, and a slow, deliberate wave, the sort that says, I know where you live. I live there now. Tonight's collection, 6 Doppelganger encounters. Turn down the lights. Let's begin. Story number 1 from user CeilingStainProphet. I saw my doppelganger. It acted like I was the fake.
Throw away because I don't want this tied to my mane. Also, before anyone asks, no drugs, no carbon monoxide leak. Yes, I checked, and I was sober. I wish I wasn't, because then I'd have an excuse. This happened last week around 11:40 p.m. I live alone in a small apartment building, the kind where the hallway always smells like someone boiled onions in 2009 and never stopped. I'd just gotten back from a late grocery run, nothing exciting, microwave meals, coffee, the depressing adult staples. As I'm unlocking my door, my neighbor across the hall, Mrs. Donnelly, opens hers. She's older, always polite, always has that, I know everyone's business energy. Oh good, she says, you're back. I turn, half smiling. Yeah, just ran out for a bit. She frowns, not angry, confused. Back again, she says. I laugh because I think she's joking. Again? She doesn't laugh. She leans forward, squinting at me like I'm a typo. You just went downstairs 2 minutes ago. I tell her she must have seen someone else. She shakes her head immediately. Too fast. No, she says, certain. It was you. Same jacket, same face. Then she points at the stairwell at the end of the hall. You even waved, like this. And she waves, not a normal wave, not a casual hi. The slow, deliberate wave you give a kid who isn't sure you're friendly. My laugh dies. My hands are full of grocery bags, and suddenly I hate that my hands are full of grocery bags. That wasn't me, I say. Her expression changes, not disbelief, something worse. The look you make when you realize you said something you weren't supposed to say out loud. Oh, she whispers. Oh, okay, then you should lock up. And she shuts her door too quickly. I stand there staring at the stairwell. The hallway is quiet, but not comforting quiet. Listening quiet. I tell myself it's nothing. Someone with a similar build, a similar jacket. Mrs. Donnelly's old, some bad eyesight. The brain filling in blanks, logic, normal explanations. Then I get inside and my phone buzzes. It's my smart doorbell app, motion detected, 11:38 p.m. I don't check it right away because I don't want to feed my anxiety. I check it anyway because I'm not that evolved. Grainy clip, fisheye lens, night mode, my front door from the outside. At 11:38, someone walks into frame from the stairwell side. It's me, not kind of me in my jacket, my hair, my posture, right down to the way I hold my shoulders uneven because I always carry my bag on the same side. He stops at my door and looks straight into the camera, and he smiles. I don't smile like that. Mine are awkward. This one is practiced, like it knows what a smile should mean without feeling it. He raises his hand and waves, slow, deliberate. Then he leans closer to the camera, like he's trying to see through it. And I swear he mouths something. I replay it until the pixels turn into modern art. I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like, there you are. The clip ends because the motion stops. I check the timestamp again, 11:38. My grocery receipt says 11:32. The store is a 12-minute drive away. I was not outside my apartment at 11:38. I was in fluorescent hell, comparing instant noodles like my life depended on it. I spend the next hour checking everything. Windows locked, chain on, closet under the bed, behind the shower curtain, because horror movies trained me well. Nothing. I don't sleep. Around 3:10 a.m., I'm on the couch with every light on, refreshing the Doorbell app like it's going to give me therapy. Then I hear it, a knock. Not loud, not insistent, polite. 3 taps. My brain cycles through options and lands on pretend you're dead. 3 taps again, same rhythm, same gentle patience. I stand up and look through the peephole. Hallway lights on, no one there. I tell myself it's pipes, the building settling. Anything? Then something moves at the edge of the peephole view. A face leans in from the side. My face, too close, like it's pressed up to the door from an angle trying to catch the peephole. One eye appears first, then the other, as it adjusts, that same practiced smile, and then it speaks, soft, like it's right next to my ear. I know you're in there. My throat makes a sound I didn't authorize. I don't respond. I can't. My body is running on old windows. The face tilts slightly, like it's listening. Then it says in my voice, but wrong, "You shouldn't have come back. You already left." And it steps away. I hear slow footsteps toward the stairwell. I wait. 10 minutes, an hour, a year. Time is fake at that point. Eventually, I open the app again. Motion detected, 3:12 a.m. The clip shows the hallway outside my door, empty for a moment. Then he walks into frame. Me. Same jacket, same everything. He stops at my door and just stands there, facing the door, not the camera. Like he knows exactly where I am on the other side. Then he lifts his hand and does the slow wave, not to the camera, to me. He holds it for a few seconds, lowers it, and walks away toward the stairwell. As he leaves, he turns his head slightly, like he wants the camera to catch one last detail. For a split second, the smile drops. His face goes blank. Not angry, not sad, just empty, like a mask being set down. I didn't call the police. What would I even say? Hi, a copy of me is doing weird customer service waves in my hallway. I messaged my landlord about the footage. He said it was probably a glitch and suggested resetting the app. Sure, a glitch that renders my exact face and whispers threats through my door. Very normal, very Silicon Valley. The next morning, I saw Mrs. Donnelly in the parking lot and tried to ask what she saw. She wouldn't look at me. She just said, "You should stop going out at night." Then, like she couldn't help it, she added, "Because sometimes you come back, and sometimes you don't." Last night, I got another notification, motion detected, 11:38 p.m. I didn't open the clip. I just sat there staring at my locked door, listening to the building breathe. And from the hallway, very softly, 3 polite taps. I'm writing this because I don't know what else to do. If anyone's experienced something like this, tell me. And if you haven't, cool, don't go out late. And if your neighbor says, "Oh good, you're back," make sure you're the one they mean.
Story number 2, from user CacheCorruption. I watched me and my Tinder date walk into the restaurant. After we were already seated...
Throwaway, because this is the kind of story that makes friends slowly stop answering texts. So, Tinder date. Normal setup. We've been chatting a week. Witty banter, mutual complaints about dating apps. Both pretending we don't own 3 hoodies that smell like anxiety. We pick a mid-range Italian place downtown. not fancy, not a chain. The kind of restaurant that thinks a bare Edison bulb counts as ambiance. I get there early because I'm allergic to being late, and I want to scope the vibe and confirm it isn't secretly a basement with live laughter painted on the wall. The host seats me at a two-top near the window. Good spot. I can see the entrance, the bar, and every bad decision walking in. She texts that she's parking. 2 minutes later, she walks in. Same green coat from her pictures, hair tucked behind one ear. That quick smile like she's bracing for disappointment, but hoping for the best. We do the awkward, hi, real person hug. She smells like citrus shampoo and confidence I do not possess. We sit, order drinks, start talking. It's going fine. Surprisingly fine. 10 minutes in, I'm relaxed enough to think, okay, this could be normal. Then the door opens. I glance up because I'm nosy. A couple walks in. At first my brain tries to file them as random, but the man turns slightly toward the host stand and my stomach drops so hard I swear it makes a sound. It's me. Not kind of. Not I'm projecting. Me like someone copy-pasted my face. Same haircut, same nose, the scar on my chin from eating pavement as a kid. Same dark jacket I'm wearing right now because the universe loves details. And beside him is her. Same green coat, same hair, same posture, same little habit where she taps her thumb against her phone case like she's counting. They walk in together like they're arriving for a date. Like our date. Across the table, my date is mid-sentence, smiling through an awful coworker story. I'm nodding like a functioning adult, while my nervous system tries to evacuate through my ears. I glance back toward the entrance, hoping it's a reflection, a window trick, the wine I haven't even sipped. No, the host is talking to them, looks at the reservation list, nods. Not me, leans in and laughs, and it's my laugh. The same stupid exhale snort I hate about myself. Then he points, not directly at us, just toward the dining room, and the host starts leading them in. I whip back to my date so fast I nearly get whiplash. She pauses. You okay? Yeah, I blurt. Totally, just bright in here. Bright. In a restaurant lit exclusively by warm bulbs and lies. I don't tell her. I don't say, hey, your clone and my clone just walked in, because then the date becomes a psychiatric intake and I die alone. But importantly, correct. So I try to see if she notices without me tipping my hand. I keep eye contact, but angle my body so I can see behind her. I ask questions. I laugh half a beat too late. I casually glance past her shoulder like I'm checking for the server. She doesn't look, not once. Engaged, smiling, normal. Meanwhile, not me and not her are getting closer. I see them in pieces behind her. A shoulder, the edge of the green coat, the curve of my own jaw as not me turns to the host. They're close enough that I can hear them. I hear my voice say, reservation for 2. My date keeps talking. Not her laughs, her laugh, same cadence, same breath. They pass behind my date's chair. I'm frozen, muscles waiting for my brain to reboot. Then not me turns his head just enough that I get a clean look. His eyes land on me. Not surprised, not confused, more like, there you are. He smiles. My smile, but wrong, too still, too intentional, like someone learned how to do it by watching people through glass. He doesn't stop, he just follows the host to a booth deeper in the restaurant. Not her walks beside him, looking forward like we don't exist. My date never notices. Not a flinch, not a glance. She sips her drink, asks me a question. I answer somehow, pretending I'm not watching my doppelganger sit down across the room with a copy of the woman in front of me. I try one last sanity check. Random question. Did you see that couple who just came in? She barely looks up. No, why? I shrug like I'm fine. Thought I recognized someone. Oh, she says, and goes right back to her story. So I watch. Any chance I get, I glance toward the booth. Not me and not her are there, talking, eating bread, gesturing like we are. Like the restaurant is running 2 versions of the same night. At one point, I see not me lean in and say something that makes not her laugh behind her hand. My date laughs at something I say at the exact same time. No delay, no echo, just synced. About 40 minutes in, my date excuses herself to use the bathroom. The second she stands, I turn fully toward the booth. Not me is already looking at me, like he's been waiting for the moment I can stare without pretending. He lifts his glass slightly, a toast, to me, to us, to whatever this is. I don't toast back, I just stare. His smile widens a fraction, Then his eyes flick past me toward the hallway to the bathrooms, and I swear he mouths something. I can't hear it, but I know what it looks like. Don't. My date returns 2 minutes later, happy, normal, still oblivious. She sits and picks up the conversation like the universe didn't crack open. I want to end the date immediately, but how do you explain my duplicate just threatened me with his face? So I do the slow fade. I get quieter. I check my phone. I say I have an early morning. We ask for the check. As we leave, she walks ahead toward the door. I turn one last time to look at the booth. It's empty. No plates, no glasses, no crumbs. Like no one sat there at all. I blink hard. Look again. Nothing. But as we walk out, the host says, "Have a good night, guys." Then after a beat, in a lower voice that doesn't feel meant for both of us. Both of you. My date doesn't react. Doesn't even seem to hear it. Outside, she hugs me goodbye. Warm, real, normal. Text me when you get home. I say I will. I don't. Because when I get home, I have a Tinder notification. A new message. From her. But not from her. Same profile photo. Same name. The message says, "We had a great time. Same place next week." And the thing is, my real date already texted me that 20 minutes earlier. Same words, same punctuation, same exact message. I unmatched both. I'm not dating anymore. I'm just going to become a swamp hermit and let the doppelgangers fight over my student loan debt.
Story number 3, from user Antique Teeth. I saw my doppelganger on a Winter Street corner. He was homeless.
Throwaway. Not because I'm famous, but because I don't need my friends texting me, "Bro, are you the homeless you?" at 2 a.m. This happened a few nights ago. Cold enough that the air hurts, the kind of winter night where your nose immediately gives up and you start doing that brisk, "I am a commuter, not a mammal" walk. Downtown, late but not late. Streetlights reflecting off old snow kicked into gray slush. Wind tunneling between buildings. Everyone moving fast, shoulders up, eyes down. I'm walking home from grabbing food. Headphones in, hood up, hands shoved in my pockets, pretending I'm not one gust away from becoming a tragic cautionary tale. I cut past closed storefronts and a bus stop. There's a guy sitting on the sidewalk near the shelter, tucked into the corner like he's trying to disappear into the brick. Blanket, cart nearby, paper cup on the ground, the whole setup. I almost don't look, because that's what people do. Shameful autopilot. But I do look. Maybe because he moved. Maybe because something in me recognized something before my brain caught up. He lifts his head, and it's my face. Not similar. Not same nose, different life choices. It's my face like someone dragged me through a harsh filter and left me out in the cold for a few extra years. Same jaw, same eyebrows, same weird asymmetry in the eyes that shows up in photos and makes me want to delete my whole existence. Even the scar on my cheek from when a branch clipped me as a kid. Except his skin is wind raw, lips cracked, beard patchy, hair long and matted under a knit cap that might have once been black. I stop, he stops, we just lock eyes. For a second my brain tries anything else. Cousin, prank, reflection. But there's no glass, just brick and snow, and this guy staring back at me with my eyes. His expression matches mine. Pure, dumb shock. Like we both walked into the same nightmare, and we're trying not to make it worse by admitting it. He looks me up and down. I look him up and down. Neither of us speaks. And here's the part I can't stop replaying. He doesn't look at me like a stranger. He looks at me like a version. Like he recognizes the outline of my life. And I recognize the outline of his, and neither of us wants to admit the distance between them is thinner than we'd like. He opens his mouth like he's about to speak. My whole body tenses, bracing for whatever comes out. He closes it again, swallows. His throat moves like it hurts. Then he gives this tiny, involuntary shake of his head. No. Nope. Not doing this. I do the exact same thing without thinking. Mirrored. That's when I notice his hands, red, chapped, fingers swollen like they've been cold for a long time. He clutches the blanket tighter, not threatening, defensive, like I'm the scary part. And then something drops heavier in my stomach. The paper cup on the ground, empty. No coins, nothing. He doesn't ask for money, doesn't reach out, doesn't do the usual, "Hey man, you can pretend you didn't hear." He just stares, and I can see it on his face. He's not begging, he's measuring, like he's trying to figure out where the timeline split. A car passes, headlights wash over us. For half a second, his face is bright and clear, and I see how exhausted he is, how the cold carved him, how long he's been in survival mode. Then the light's gone, and he's back in shadow. My mouth tries to form words, anything. "Hey, are you okay? What the hell?" But nothing comes out because what do you say? "Hi, sorry you're me." He blinks first, slow, heavy. Looks away toward the street like he's checking for someone, or like he can't keep looking at me without breaking something. When he looks back, his eyes are wet, not crying, just that cold and tired wet, like he's trying not to fall apart in public. He gives me a look that feels like a warning, and I don't know if it means don't come closer or don't end up here. Then he pulls the blanket higher and tucks his chin down, making himself smaller, ending the conversation that never started. And I just keep walking. Because I'm a coward, because I'm confused, because my body decided flight was the only option it could afford. I make it halfway down the block before I can breathe normally again. At the next corner, I look back. He's still there, but he's not watching me. He's staring at the spot where I'd been standing, like he's looking at an afterimage. When I get home, I do the obvious stupid thing and Google "saw my doppelganger homeless Winter Street," like the algorithm is going to hand me a user manual. I don't sleep. Next day, I walk the same route at the same time, because of course I do. Curiosity is just self-preservation with bad marketing. He isn't there. No blanket, no cart, no cup. Just a faint dark patch on the brick where someone had been leaning and a half moon of trampled snow. I know the logical answers. People look alike. Coincidence, stress, cold, messing with perception. But I also know what it felt like. That moment where we both recognized each other and silently agreed not to speak. Like saying it out loud would make it permanent.
Story number 4, from user Offsite Archive. I'm a mortician. My next client was me.
Throw away. I don't need this tied to my name, my workplace, or my license. Local mortician has existential crisis, isn't great for business. I work at a small funeral home. It's not like TV, no dramatic music, mostly paperwork, routine, and quiet. You learn to be respectful on autopilot. Last Thursday, I'm on evening intake, slow night. The hospital calls. Male, middle-aged, unclaimed at time of transfer, cause pending, standard details. The nurse sounds tired in that hospital way, nothing weird. Transport arrives. Gurney rolls in, sheet over the shave. I make small talk, sign the transfer, do the usual. Then I pull the sheet back to verify identity markers, and I'm looking at my own face. Not kinda similar, not could be a cousin. My nose, my chin, the tired lines at the corners of my mouth. The small scar near my hairline from when I tried to jump a fence at 12. Even the eyebrow that grows slightly higher on one side. Same hair, same cowlick. Like someone printed a photo of me in skin and left it on my table. My brain does that hard stutter it does when reality throws a chair. I check the tag twice. Different name, different DOB, different SSN, different address. Not mine, but the face is mine. And then I notice what's wrong in a way I can't file under resemblance. His expression isn't neutral, not peaceful. He looks tense, like he was interrupted. His mouth hangs slightly open. His eyes aren't fully closed, just a thin slit aimed in my direction. I tell myself it's post-mortem changes. Lids relax. Things shift. Gravity does what it does. I've done this long enough to know what's normal. This doesn't feel normal. So I lean on procedure like it's a railing. Photos, inventory, documentation. His hands have no rings, no tattoos. Clean nails, no familiar calluses. Me, but not my life. There's a hospital band on his wrist. The last name is mine, almost. One letter off, like someone typed it from memory. I ask the driver if he noticed anything odd. He shrugs. Just another one. When he leaves, I do something I've never done. I pull out my phone camera and hold it beside the body's face. 2 versions of the same bones, same shape. Except I'm alive and sweating. And he's there. I cover him again, step back, breathe, tell myself I'm tired and being dramatic. Then I hear a sound from under the sheet. Not a cough, not a groan. Just a small, dry shift, like fabric moving, like someone swallowing. I stand there, refusing to look because if I don't look, it isn't real. Then I look anyway. The sheet is still, the shape hasn't changed. I tell myself it's the vents. And then his eyes open a little more. Not a horror movie snap, just enough to show the whites, and they're looking straight at me. I back into the counter so hard I knock a tray loose. The clatter in that quiet room sounds like a gunshot. Nothing else moves. No chest rise, no reaching hands. Just me breathing too loud, and the cooler humming like it's minding its business. Eventually, I force myself to do what the job requires. Secure him in refrigeration until morning. I wheel the gurney down the hall, telling myself over and over, don't look again. But I have to verify the tag before storage. So I look. His mouth is closed now. The corners of his lips are pulled up slightly, not enough to be a grin, just enough to be intentional. Like he heard me, like he enjoyed it. I log the intake, lock the cooler, check it twice like a lunatic. I tell no one, because what do you say? Hey boss, my dead twin smiled at me. Next morning, I come in early, determined to prove I imagined it. The shelf is empty, clean, dry, no gurney, no sheet, no body. The log entry is still there in my handwriting. Timestamps, signature, everything. But the person isn't. I ask a co-worker if we had a mail transfer from the hospital. She stares at me. No. Quiet night. I show her the log. Her face tightens. That's not our form. I flip it over. It looks like our letterhead, our formatting. But she's right. The phone number is off by 1 digit. The address is missing a suite number. Close enough to fool me. So I pull the security footage. The gurney rolling in is there. The covered shape is there. Me signing paperwork is there. Me wheeling it down the hall is there. Then, at the prep room doorway, the video smears sideways for 6 seconds, like someone dragged a wet brush across the frame. It resumes. The gurney is gone. I'm still walking, hands empty, pushing nothing, moving like I'm guiding a weight that isn't there. Last night I got a voicemail from an unknown number. No caller ID, just audio. I listened once. It's my voice, but too close to the phone, too flat to be playful. Thanks for taking care of me. Click. I haven't been back to work since. I know how this sounds, but I also know what I saw. And if the next intake comes in wearing my face again, I don't think I'm going to check the tag.
Story number 5, from user RedactedBriefing. The new kid in my 4th grade class was my exact double. The next day, he vanished, and nobody remembered him.
I've never told this story in real life without someone joking about evil twins, or asking if I got hit in the head with a dodgeball. Fair. But I'm in my 30s now, and I still think about it at least once a month, usually at 3 a.m., when my brain decides sleep is optional. This happened in grade school, pretty sure 4th grade. Old enough to know this is weird, not old enough to have words like doppelganger or gaslighting. It was winter. Everyone came in with wet boots and puffy coats that made you look like a marshmallow with homework. The classroom was the usual chaos. Kids trading Pokemon cards, someone crying for no reason, the teacher trying to herd us into seats like caffeinated squirrels. Then the teacher claps. "Okay, everyone, we have a new student joining us today." The new kid walks in. My stomach drops. He's me, same height, same hair, same weird cowlick I had that year that made my bangs flip, same freckles, same slightly crooked front tooth I hated, even the same sweatshirt color, not the exact brand but that specific Walmart blue every mum seemed to buy in 2003. The room goes quiet in that classroom way where something is wrong, but nobody knows the rules for it yet. The teacher smiles. "Class, this is Daniel." Not my name, different name. But he scans the room the exact same way I did when I didn't want anyone to notice me. Then he looks right at me, and his face does the same thing mine probably does. That flash of confusion, the split second, what is happening? Then the mask goes back on. I raise my hand immediately. Not because I have a question, because I need an adult to acknowledge reality. "Yes," the teacher says. "He looks like me." She blinks, then laughs awkwardly like I told a joke that landed wrong. "Oh, I'm sure lots of you look alike." "Now, Daniel, you can sit," she points, "right next to me." Of course. He sits beside me and I swear my skin tries to crawl off my body. I keep staring at him. He stares at his desk like staring hard enough might make him invisible. I whisper, "Hi." Before he can answer, the teacher starts taking attendance, loud, fast, like she's trying to steamroll the universe back into normal. All day I try to talk to him. Every time, something interrupts. First, the teacher calls on me to read out loud. I stumble because I'm watching him instead of my book. The class laughs, normal humiliation. Recess comes and I think, okay, I'll talk to him outside. But the teacher pulls him aside. "Daniel, come with me for a minute." She leads him out. He looks back at me once, and I swear his eyes are pleading, like he wants to talk too, but can't. At lunch, I spot him across the cafeteria, sitting alone, picking at his food. I start walking over. My friend Tyler shoulder checks me and starts talking about something dumb. I keep craning my neck like a deranged owl to keep Daniel in sight. By the time Tyler shuts up, Daniel is gone. At recess, I see him by the fence, just standing there like he doesn't know what to do with open space. I head straight for him. Then the yard monitor calls my name because I threw snow. I did, but that's not the point. I get lectured, staring over her shoulder the whole time. When she finally lets me go, Daniel isn't by the fence anymore. Back in class, we do a group activity. I think this is it. She'll pair us. She doesn't. She pairs him with the quiet girl who never speaks, and me with Tyler, who is basically a human car alarm. During silent reading, I lean over and whisper, "What's your deal? Why do you look like me?" Right then, the teacher walks by, plants her hand on my desk and says, "Eyes on your book," like she's been waiting for that exact moment. Daniel never says a single word to me all day. But at the end of the day, while we're packing up, he opens his backpack and I see a folder. My exact folder, same stickers, same stupid glitter star sticker my mom put on it that I hated. I freeze. He notices me looking and snaps it shut too fast, like he's hiding contraband. Then he looks at me and shakes his head, small, almost invisible. A no. Not no, don't look. A no, don't. The bell rings. Kids explode into the hallway. I try to follow him, but someone bumps me. My books spill, papers everywhere. The teacher makes me pick them up, By the time I get my stuff and run out, Daniel is gone. That night, I tell my mom. There's a kid in my class who looks exactly like me. She does the mom thing, half listening while stirring something. Oh yeah, that's funny. No, like exactly. She finally looks at me, amused. Maybe he's your twin you didn't know about. I get mad because she's joking, and I feel like the world cracked open and nobody cares. Next day I go in early. I'm ready. I'm going to sit next to him again. I'm going to get answers. His desk is empty. Not he's late, empty. Empty like it was never his desk. No name tag, no extra chair, no sign anyone ever sat there. The teacher walks in and starts the day like normal. I raise my hand. Where's Daniel? She looks at me like I asked where the giraffe parked. Who? Daniel, the new kid. He sat next to me yesterday. Her face goes blank for a second. Then she smiles that tight teacher smile that means stop making problems. There was no new student yesterday. The class laughs like I'm doing a bit. I look around. He was here. You all saw him. Tyler goes, "Dude, what are you talking about?" The quiet girl, his partner, stares at me like I'm speaking another language. Nobody remembers, not one person. I spend the day in a fog, checking the desk beside mine like he might just pop back in. At recess, I check the fence. At lunch, I scan the cafeteria. Nothing. After school, I go to the office and ask the secretary if a new kid named Daniel enrolled. She smiles. No, honey. I walk home feeling like the air is too loud. Years later, I find my old class photo and stare at it, desperate for proof. He's not in it. But here's what still keeps me awake sometimes. That folder, my folder. I know what I saw. And I know he shook his head like he was warning me not to try. Sometimes I wonder if he wasn't new at all. Sometimes I wonder if he was replacing me. And for one day, it almost worked.
Story number 6, from user BurnedPage. I got lost at an amusement park. My family swears I was with them the entire time.
I was a kid when this happened, so I can't give you exact timestamps or the precise brand of trauma popcorn I was eating. But I remember enough that it still makes my skin go cold. It was a big amusement park, loud, bright, and overloaded with competing smells: grease, sugar, chlorine, hot asphalt, sunblock, fear. I was there with my family: mom, dad, my older sibling, maybe an aunt too, but that part's fuzzy. What isn't fuzzy is how packed it was. Shoulder to shoulder in places, like the whole state chose the same day to sweat together. The morning starts normal. I'm holding my mom's hand through the entrance. Dad has the bag with sunscreen and whatever else parents bring when they're convinced their kid might spontaneously explode. My sibling acts like they don't know me. Standard family outing. At some point, we're walking through a themed area. Loud music, colorful signs, mascots designed by someone who hates children. I'm trailing a step behind because I'm doing that kid thing where I'm half watching everything and half fighting my shoelace. Then I see something I want to look at: a game booth, a souvenir display, something shiny and stupid. I turn my head for maybe 2 seconds. 2 seconds. When I look forward again, my family is gone. Not a few feet ahead, gone. Just a moving wall of legs and strollers and sunburned adults. No familiar shirt, no dad height silhouette, no mom ponytail, nothing. I stop and spin in place, pushing into the crowd. I'm calling mom. But my voice is tiny and gets swallowed by the park's noise. Rides clanking, people yelling, music blaring, announcements garbled like the speakers underwater. And I start to panic. Not movie panic, kid panic. The kind where your throat tightens and you can't decide if you should cry or run or both. The kind where you realize every adult is a stranger and it feels like the worst discovery on earth. So I do what kids do. I pick a direction and go fast. I retrace steps. I run back toward the entrance. I check near the map. I stand on tiptoe scanning faces like a frantic little lighthouse. Nothing. I end up near one of the big rides. I remember because a roller coaster keeps roaring overhead, its shadow slicing across the ground like a moving cage. My legs feel like wet sand. I find a bench and sit, trying not to cry because crying in public is humiliating even when you're 8. That's when I see him. Across the walkway, weaving through the crowd with a group of people. My mom's sunglasses, my dad's hat, my siblings' backpack. They're all there, moving together like a little unit. And in the middle of them is me. Same height, same hair, same bright shirt my mom made me wear so we don't lose you. Same shirt. It had a stupid graphic on it, distinct enough that you couldn't mistake it for a generic blue tee. I remember hating it. And there it is again, right in the crowd, attached to a kid walking with my family. I start pushing toward them, calling louder. Mom! My voice cracks. My mom doesn't turn, my dad doesn't turn, my sibling doesn't turn. Like they can't hear me at all. The kid in my shirt turns his head slightly, just enough for me to see his face. It's my face, but wrong, like someone traced me from memory. The features are right, but the expression isn't. He's smiling, but it doesn't reach the eyes. His eyes slide over me like I'm just glare on glass. We lock eyes. And he does this tiny, casual thing. He lifts his hand and gives me a slow, polite wave. Like you wave at someone you don't really know, but want them to think you're friendly. I freeze. The crowd flows around me. Someone bumps my shoulder. Someone laughs. Life continues like nothing's happening. But I'm stuck staring at a kid wearing my shirt, walking with my family, waving at me like I'm the one out of place. Then he turns forward and keeps going, tucked close to my mom like he belongs there. They disappear into the crowd. I should have sprinted after them, grabbed my mom's arm, screamed until someone listened. But my brain just shuts down. Because if that was my family and that was me with them, then what was I? Time gets weird after that. It feels like hours. Maybe it was less, but kid time stretches. Eventually, I end up at guest services. Someone in a uniform gives me water and asks my name. I give it. They ask my parents' names. I give those too. They do the announcement. My name crackles through the park speakers and I feel embarrassed, like I'm the one who did something wrong. I wait and wait. Late afternoon, my parents finally show up. Not running, not frantic, not even that upset. My mom looks annoyed. My dad looks confused, like they got pulled away from something mildly inconvenient. There you are, my mom says, like I wandered off to check the weather. I start crying instantly, ugly crying, relief and terror dumping out together. I tell them I lost them. I tell them I was alone. I tell them I saw them with another kid who looked like me. My mom laughs, actually laughs. Oh my God, she says, wiping her face like I'm being dramatic. You've been with us all day. I stop mid-sob. No, I wasn't, Dad says. Yes, you were. Don't do that. Do what? My sibling chimes in, annoyed. You're literally the one who begged to ride the log flume twice. I hadn't gone on the log flume at all. I hated that ride. I tell them. They exchange looks like, here we go. You did, my mom says. You were right there, Dad nods. You were holding my hand at one point. You had that sticky cotton candy. I didn't have cotton candy. I didn't do any of it. I feel like I'm going to throw up, not from fear, but from how certain they are, like my memories are the wrong ones. Even the guest services woman looks between us like she's trying to decide which reality to file. I asked my mom what I said that day, what I talked about, what I wanted, what I complained about. She answers instantly, too fast, like she's rehearsed. You complained about the heat. You wanted lemonade. You kept asking when we do the coaster. Those are things I would say. That's the problem. It's like whoever was with them knew my script. That night at home, I checked the park map I stuffed in my pocket, looking for proof I'd been alone. There's a wrist stamp on my arm, but it isn't smudged the way it should be after a full day of rides and sweat and sunscreen. It's clean, crisp, like it was put on recently. My mom catches me staring and says, "See, you were there." I don't argue. I can't. I go to bed thinking about that wave, slow, polite, not threatening, not angry, just acknowledging, like, thanks for covering for me. I'm older now. I'm not someone who goes hunting for ghosts in the pantry. but I've never been able to explain it. Either I got lost and my whole family collectively misremembered hours of the day, or someone who looked exactly like me walked around with them, acted like me, sounded like me, and kept them calm enough that they didn't even notice I was gone. And the worst part? Sometimes when my family tells stories about that day, they mention things I did that I still don't remember. They always end laughing. Remember when you got us all worried? No, I remember when you didn't.
Let me tell you a story.
And that was 6 doppelganger encounters. 6 people. 6 instances of being looked at by their own face and found apparently unnecessary. The wave was always the same. Slow, polite, practiced. The kind of wave that already knows how the conversation ends. Sleep well. Lock the door. And if the Doorbell app shows you outside at a time you weren't home, don't open the clip. It already knows you did. If you enjoyed tonight's collection, subscribe for more, leave a like, and share it with someone who appreciates the darker things. New dark posts from Macabre Miscellanea arrive every week. Until next time, remember, the one who came back isn't always the one who left.